Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Project Cars. So I'm by myself today, no multiplayer. Jeff, our schedules weren't on today, so we weren't able to jump in and do any recordings, but I am showing you the new DLC, or at least one of the vehicles in the new DLC that came out, the Racing Icons pack. I am currently driving the Bentley Continental GT3. And we're at Willow Springs International Raceway, so it's about 6 a.m., early morning, light cloud, and we're going to take this thing out on the track and see what it can do. So, I really like this track. I gotta admit, I really wanted to run the Nürburgring, but I know a lot of you are probably really tired of the Nürburgring. If you have any tracks that you would like to see me run, just let me know. If you have any vehicles and track combinations, just let me know, and I will try to get that done, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make Project Cars a weekly series, or maybe a couple videos a week. I really like doing it. You guys really like watching it, so... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm going to be putting Project Cars pretty regular on the channel, and I think you guys will enjoy that. A little in the dirt there. So I have driven this track a little bit with this car, so I kind of know it a little bit, but I only did about 3 laps, so I'm still trying to learn. So really like this car. I mean, it's a GT3 car, so there's not much to say in terms of performance. I mean, it's a GT3. Can't see where I'm going. There it is. So it's a GT3 car, so it's like any other. Grips crazy well, lots of power, very fast. So you can pretty much just fly around this track. Super bumpy portion here. I really like this track because this track kind of... It reminds me of like a good test track, like the Top Gear test track. Like it's kind of short. It has some good technical spots and has, you know, flat out portions. So we're gonna see what the best time we can turn in this vehicle is. When I was testing, I think the best I got was like a 118. Wasn't very good. I'm going to see if I can beat that. This car feels very, very nice. We'll probably check out a couple of the other cars too. Ooh, I got a little loose. We're just going to do a couple laps in this and jump in something else. I've only driven this out of all the DLC cars. Oh, I kind of wanted to, off track, so that doesn't count. That really sucks. Oh, I can't. The sun is really messing me up. It's hard to see where you gotta be. So this lap technically doesn't count because we went off track, but let's just see what it would have been anyway. Once we come around this very fast, bumpy corner coming up. So yeah, I'm gonna put Project Cars up regular on the channel. I really like playing it. You guys really like watching, and you know, with the new wheel, it's just so nice to play. Which, if you guys don't know, I got the Fanatec Porsche 911 GT3 V2 wheel, and it is phenomenal. It is a great wheel. I still recommend G27s though. If you almost lost on that corner. If you are getting into racing and you don't have a racing wheel, buy a G27. You get the wheel, which is still a really nice wheel, really nice pedals, and a shifter for a pretty reasonable price. Otherwise, if you go any other like Thrustmaster or Fanatec or anything, you're going to spend quite a bit of money on getting, you know, paddles or shifters and pedals and steering wheel and all that. So the only reason I got this wheel is just because my G27 motor's burned out after a couple years of abuse. So really like this car. I mean, I'm breathing hard because I'm having to wheel this car like crazy. It is a beast. I can't imagine some of the other cars. I watched Jeff's video that he made on the DLC, and he highly recommended the Mercedes. So that's going to be one that we're going to have to check out. Hopefully I can remember all the cars that are in the game or in the DLC. And let's see what that lap time was. 117. I don't think that's too bad. Yeah, it could probably be a little quicker. We did have some slow sections there. Let's turn one more lap. See what we can kind of pull off here. I didn't like being in fourth on this corner. You just kind of get up to a too fast speed, so if you kind of red line third around there, I found out you can kind of get around it a little easier. This corner is always a little weird. I don't go into first in this car because I couldn't control it. Way too wide, way too slow. No way we're gonna beat that time now. Oh, we got a little bit ahead on that first section. Just messed up there though. Looking at our time. Don't think we're gonna beat it, to be 100% honest. We got green on that first section, but I don't think that's gonna matter. I don't think we're gonna beat our time of 1:17. Woo, that is bumpy. 0.076. Wow, okay, we might just barely beat it until we did that. And we're gonna wreck it. Well, we saved it. Oh man, this car is crazy. Oh, okay. Gotta catch my breath here. This thing is freaking nuts. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into one of the other cars real quick. Back on the same track, and we're gonna see if my best time was a 1:17, I believe. Yeah, that's what it's... Hold on, I'm trying to find it right here. Yeah, it looks like a 1:17 was my best. So what we'll do is we'll keep that up. So 1:17.3 is what we're gonna try to beat. I know the cars that some of them are a lot crazier than the others, so it's not really fair to compare like a GT3 car against one of these other cars that are going to be in the DLC, but pretty much we're just going to try to see what car can get around this track the fastest. Okay, we are going to try out this vehicle, and I remember seeing this in Jeff's video. This thing looked crazy. It looked like it was a handful for him. Also, it kind of looked like the steering was a little messed up, so I'm interested in seeing how it feels. It sounds ridiculous. Be very gentle. A little bit of play in the wheel, I see that. Whoa, okay. I can tell right now this thing is going to be ridiculous. Oh my god, okay. Starting to also find out that maybe full throttle isn't good. Wow. This thing is nuts. Oh, tight corner, tight corner. This is also a tight corner coming up. Ooh, whoa. Okay. Oh, come on. We got it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good thing is this car's a little more domed, so it actually blocks out the sun a little bit better coming around these sections here, which is pretty nice. That is helpful. I just had a little miniature stroke there. This car is a lot to handle. Holy crap. Wow, it's fast, and wow, is this track bumpy. Lots of wows happening. Whoa. Holy. Woo. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the first time lapped. What will be coming across the line at? About 170. Holy. Never driven this car before. Oh my god. That was actually not bad. It handled that corner a lot better than I thought it was going to initially. I'm going to do what I did in the Bentley, kind of ride out third gear. Whoa, that was a weird flash right there. Don't know what's going on. Okay, downshift, downshift. Ooh, careful, careful, careful. Ooh, go off the track. That sucked. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna kind of stick with it. This lap time doesn't count, so we're just gonna try to work our way around. Oh god. Okay, we got this. All right, we have to remember coming across that one corner there. This thing, the way it turns, it's quite different. You really don't need to give it much wheel input. It's very responsive to little movements. It is an LMP car, so I mean it makes sense. God, it's so fast, and it bottoms out like crazy. The bottom out thing, I'm not sure that's a good thing. I mean, I get that it's like aerodynamic, but man. Like every little bump. This track is just, it's not a, I mean, it's a very beat up track. So it's not the greatest track to kind of challenge these low cars in. This would be a really interesting track to run against other people and other vehicles. Off-track penalty again. That one wasn't that bad of a spin. Well, we didn't really spin, just not that bad of an off-track penalty. So we're just going to kind of see what the time would have been if we had come across. The first lap was 1:13, and that was including pretty much going all the way across off the track. So we're going to see what we can get in here. Oh, that last corner is just nuts. You don't really know when it's coming. You know where it is, but it's just 109. Okay. So we got to get one of these laps actually registered here. Let's see if we can get one of these laps to count for us. That would be very nice. Ride it out. Uphill, upshift. This corner is very interesting. I'm going to kind of go a little slow here. Off track. It's not going to count. Dang. This car is a handful. It really is. So I know it might not look like I know how to handle these vehicles. It's also, this is the first time I've ever driven this. I know the track pretty well. I would say about 80%. I'm 80% with this track. So I know it pretty well. So I'm not, it's not the track. It's just never driven this car. I then just got out of a GT3 car, and this is an LMP, so they're two totally different things going on. And it's going to be very strange when I hop into something else. This thing is a freaking beast, though. Once you kind of understand it, I mean, there's a lot of power there, and you can feel it. But once you kind of understand it, it's a really, really nice car. And you can tell that it's going to grip very well. It's just this corner right here. I got to figure it out. It's coming over that bump. It really kind of shoots that car off. Okay, stick with it. Stick with it. All right. As long as we don't mess up on any of these turns up here. This might be the first and only recorded lap in this vehicle. Man, it's just so bumpy back there. Kind of have to saw the wheel here, get over some bumps. That was a good corner. Flat out to the finish. What are we going to get? We're going to come in at a 108.725. That's pretty good. All right. Well, that was the LMP Bentley. Bentley Speed 8, I think is what they call it. So we're going to go ahead and jump in something else. All right, so this is the next vehicle, the BMW V12 LMR. It is also a LMP 900, so another LMP car. So 108.7 was the time that we got in the Bentley. And let's go ahead and see what we can get in the BMW. The BMW, so it's going to be a little fair comparison from a GT3 car to an LMP car. This is also an LMP car, a little older technology, I believe. It seems like an older LMP car. Well, the top's open, so that seems old school to me. Whoa, okay, this thing is amazing. Instantly fell in love with this thing. Whoa. Hold on to it. All right, let's take care of you. Gotta heat your brakes up, or your brakes. Those too. We gotta heat your tires up, more importantly. Gotta take it easy on the first lap. Gotta figure out this shifting light going on here. Okay, that is some black artifacts on my car. Not cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. Man, I would... Oh! Way off track. Flipping through the camera angles. Whoa! Keep it. Okay, we kept it running. Jeez. Okay. So what is this, like GoPro, helmet, roof, rear, nose, other nose, and cockpit. Yeah, cockpit's the best. Yeah, I need to get a new graphics card. My 760 is not cutting it. And, you know, E3 is happening now, and there's been so many games announced that I've just been like, oh, they look so good, that I'm like, oh no, I would really got to get a new graphics card. It also doesn't help that, you know, the heat right now, California, in the summer, the room temperature never really drops below 75, so it's always very warm in here. You got PC components that are heating up pretty hot, so it is what it is. You know, I do with what I can. Not complaining. Alright, so tires are getting a little warm. This car is nuts, though, I can tell you right now. Alright. Ooh, we got it. Okay, this corner. Let's go. Okay, it handles pretty well. It's not as good as the Bentley, but it feels good. It has a lot of power to it. It's very quick. Not a huge fan of the shift lights. They're a little bit weird. The fact that they're all pretty much red, and you have to kind of decipher through the red, like which red. You know, the gearing's a little different too. All right, what's the first lap we're gonna put down time? We're not gonna beat our 108 for sure, because it was a very sloppy lap. Got a 111. Nothing to be too proud of. Still beating out the GT3 car, of course. But again, not even in the same category, so we're gonna hold this out in third, like we did last time, like we've been doing. Let off, come in, upshift. We got some black circles again. Okay, come on. We got it. Ooh, no, we don't. Ooh, man. That freaking corner. Alright, so this track time's invalid, unfortunately. That really sucks. Okay, we're just gonna we gotta lay down a pretty decent time and see what we can pull off with this car. I don't think this car is gonna be faster than the Bentley, if I can be honest. Seems like a really nice car. Seems very quick, but I think the Bentley just has that little bit more of an edge to it. I think it's definitely just gonna beat it though. Focus here so we can lay down a good lap. That was a pretty good section right there. Just had to shut up and focus, and that was a pretty good, I was pretty happy with the way we went through that section. That was probably the most fluid motion we were able to get through there. Hit a pretty high top speed coming across. Last corner, very good. See what we can cross the line at. We're not going to beat that 108 for sure, but we're going to get close. 110, I'm very happy with that. I think that is the best I'm going to turn. A 110.3. Very nice car. I really do like it. It's not the Bentley, but it's very, very nice. The open top feel of it feels really good. Let's go ahead and jump into the next vehicle.